I think these types of projects are really key, particularly now. I think post-lockdown and people are feeling a lot less connected in some places. And so the opportunity to come together, to have that social interaction is really important. So if we can help facilitate that by bringing in artists to work in this way in our sort of culture and sport facilities, then it's all to the good.
The way that I work is very much about connecting communities back in with nature. And the creative output or the creative element of the way that I work often takes on a different form. Sometimes there can be notions or connotations of what creativity is, and that you might have to paint or you might have to draw, or there's a certain specialism attached. And with this project, it's really quite fluid, the approach to creativity.
For me personally, it's helped my confidence, it's done a lot for me, and just helping and just being part of an organisation is really been great for me. And just helping others, just wherever I can, and being a listening ear, because a listening ear is often the most important thing. You know, I've had times in my life when I couldn't have functioned due to the depression, stress, whatever, anxieties and things. I have shared that with people to help them to open up. Just really to let them understand that I totally understand that what I need support and help.
I cannot recommend it highly enough to everybody, which is why I believe in this project and what it's doing. And I just think everybody should be doing it. Because I can't even begin to explain the benefits that come along with doing this kind of thing. It's immense.
The project is to look at safe spaces and what makes a safe space. So we've taken a starting point of looking at this shed, which was a sort of underused area. It's just being used for storage, and maybe thinking about how we can convert that into maybe a bit of a shared space with people and discuss ideas about what it could be. People at the foyer, they're generally aged between 16 and 25, and they're in assisted living here, so they're here usually for around 6 months at a time. Some are not here as long if they're ready to move on. Some can be here for over a year. What maybe we've seen is that sort of practical making an object can be a really satisfying result. So it gives that sort of sense of satisfaction and achievement, which is really nice. So that in terms of improved well-being, as well as that sort of practical skill set, is that also that I did this and I was part of that. So we've seen little bits of that happening, which has been quite nice.
I think as well, like, so many people have not been exposed to creativity in any form as well. So this is a great chance to explore that and kind of look together with us at, how that can inform the space.
That sort of ability to express themselves, and that's been happening with the messages on the wall. Like, that's such a opportunity to communicate how you're feeling and have other people respond to that and say, that's how I'm feeling too. We hope that, with the people that are coming to the workshop, and we can create a space that exists for other new people that are coming in, that has the input of what the young people here really see that the needs are. So I think that would be a fantastic sort of outcome, that this is bespoke to this place and it fulfills those needs.
About a year ago, I wouldn't even leave my room, and coming to the sessions have kind of opened me up to being more willing to leave the house and do something and be independent and not have to have someone around me 24/7. So it's just kind of gave me that level of independence to make me feel a bit more like a human.
Probably that coming here has gave me more confidence, because before I don't really have any.
Very shy and quiet and don't really say anything. We do drawing and
Sewing.
painting and sewing. We've done clay work and jewelry, and we've done quite a bit.
It helps their confidence. It helps them to give them a purpose. The work that I do as well, it's very much process based. So I've witnessed quite a lot of the young people just getting lost in the process of drawing or smudging in some crayon on a paper, and they're just really focused on that. And I think that's really, really helpful for them, just to give them something to focus on.
I like the fact that it just kind of gives me something to do to kind of get out of my own head and just be creative for a few hours.
I don't really go outside much, so it lets me like come outside and lets me draw and do whatever I want here, really.
That's been probably one of my biggest achievements, making it back into school building with like 30 people in a class, and before I wouldn't even go in a room with 2 people, so
I can see in their confidence, they're walking into their room, they're holding their heads high, they're, built that relationship with them, and they're slowly coming out of their shell, which is really lovely to see. They're getting excited about the work that they're doing and feeling pride in what they've created.
You're never yourself around anyone, so me seeing you have the progress that you have coming to these sessions, I've been very proud of you as your sister.
Thanks.
I know what it means not to understand. I know what it means to be or to try to fit in a society. I empathize with people because I'm an immigrant as well. So I'm not like 100% bilingual, but I'm happy to help and I'm happy to be part of this project.
It is very often that people, for example, when we are trying to boost their confidence to speak English, they feel very shy because they think that their English is not good enough. Exploring, for example, storytelling, or by exploring movement, we give them the chance to gain that self-confidence without feeling judged and without learning whether it's right or wrong. By opening the space of the Language Cafe to the NECC, the idea is to encourage people to explore the artistic side as well. Art doesn't necessarily need to be in a framework. It doesn't have rights or wrongs. So it's just perfect for people to be able to approach something that is creative and something that they have deep inside, rooted inside.
For us, for people from other countries, it can be very helpful to navigate in this country, to feel more confident, to feel free. In this place, everyone can feel safety. Everyone can be understood, and it's really interesting to meet new people. You can make new friends if you want, and it's a great experience. Yes, I think for everyone.
I think you can really begin to see there's a sense of community starting to build, and they are just willing to give things a go.
Yeah,
and they're choosing to be involved. There's always a choice not to be involved, but actually they're going, yeah, I want to give it a go. And there's been a lot of laughter, which has been really
Yes, the laughter's been great.
I think I found the right place for me to feel like connected and part of Aberdeen and Aberdeenshire, Scotland itself. So
So I have been working with residents at Lewis Court, and the whole point of it was to get them be more comfortable with their mobile devices and just to get them out of their flats and just mixing with each other and just being able to be together and have more company and just to be creative and do something a little bit different, because a lot of the time it was, I can't do that, and I was like, well, you can do it and you can have fun with it. We've had a lot of fun.
That's Eleanor, right? And this is the different look. Here's Betty.
Aye, we're Betty.
Really, very, very much a joy coming down here. I look forward to it. I'm ready about 2 hours before the time. I just love it. Sometimes I get mixed up with the things, but otherwise I get here in the end.
I didn't realise they didn't know each other that well before. I presumed they all met up and had coffees, but they didn't. They didn't know each other, but now they do, and they look out for each other, and they're all connecting by doing something creative and having fun with it.
You're here with other people, and Donna's been great showing you how to take photographs and printing them out on anything. And I think it's been bloody wonderful.
So there's a lot of great work going on across Culture Collective in communities with multiple projects and many, many artists, but sometimes it can be hard to kind of show the value of what's been going on in these communities. So these sharing events are so important to actually communicate the value, communicate what's been going on, and really learn how great it is to be working and supporting artists within communities.
It was great to be in amongst creative practitioners and those involved nationally. That was really, really informative. Stuff that I wouldn't have really got had I not been in the room there with them. It's energizing. I think you come away with that, right, I'm understanding this a bit better. We learn from one another, and the creative practitioners have helped other agencies understand what creativity is, in that it's not just art.
I think sometimes when we think about art and culture, there's so much focus on institutions and what's going on in kind of established theatres and museums and art galleries. But for me, like, the really exciting work is the work that's actually going on in smaller venues and venues that are very important to localised communities.
I think everybody benefits. The kids, the families, but the professionals as well.
For me, anyway, that's where kind of the real value of where arts and culture and what arts and culture can do for people really resides. It's just amazing that the Scottish Government have invested so much money into this particular programme that is supporting so many different projects across Scotland, including here in Aberdeen and across the North East. And I just hope that we can communicate how important that is and the value of this work so it can continue to be supported into the future.